Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy.
Defense against the dark arts can be intimidating. But Professor Hagrid
So in this video we're gonna go continue with the main mission and meet Amit.
This game's the best one ever!
So let's go. Hey! Oh, is he here? He is here. What was that invisible thing I saw?
Hello there.
Yo.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook? I did. I do. Speak it?
Mm-hmm.
Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade? It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help? Of course. How exciting. Might this be dangerous? I think
It's
he simply
safe.
wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's. Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better. You said you know gobbledygook, but how well? I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Do it anyways.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin? Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all. Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go? Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Okay. Oh, that's what I saw.
Revelio.
Okay, let's get going then. Gobbledygook. It's a funny name.
I thought Professor Garth must be knowing, but she's more than capable.
Also, you know this picture of Sebastian, like in his side quest? He looks sick. Like, not a good, like, he actually looks generally sick. Wonder if he's okay. Looks different. I'm also starting to worry about him. He's going on a dark path, man. I mean, I know I'm kind of encouraging him, but like, on the other hand, he is getting a bit out of hand with him, but you know, hopefully we can help him.
Revelio.
Why didn't I take the chest from there? That's weird.
Every time I'm...
Oh, I've also watched the Hunger Games movies recently. I didn't watch them when they came out. Don't know why, but I did like. But I've been watching them recently. They're really good. Really like them. Like I haven't finished the yet. Like I'm kind of watching like a week at a time. I don't know why. Just like when I get time. But yesterday, I finished the third movie. So now I'm gonna watch the fourth. See, I mean, the movie's been out for years now. I know there are people like me, but it's not really much of spoilers. Like, gee, so I can talk about it, right? It's fine. Right, so like PETA at the, like, geez, at the end of the third movie, poor PETA. What did they do to him? They tortured him and like made him want to kill Katniss. And honestly, like, Katniss was kind of annoying me for a while, because she kept like switching in between who she liked again and again. Like, not exactly. Like, she kept, like, she said she loved, like, she looked like she fell in love with Peeta in the first, but then she wasn't actually in love, and then she in love with Gale, and then she kisses Peeta. It looks like they're really in love, and then, like, she couldn't make her mind. Then she kisses Peeta, not Peeta, then she kisses Gale in that third movie. Okay, we'll ignore that. But then Gale says he knew that she was gonna kiss him. It's like, I guess because, like, out of, like, feeling bad for him, she kissed him. Because he was in pain. So I guess, like, I don't know, I think it's like, I guess that kind of cleared things up for me. Because, like, what is that? Oh, that's cool. But I think it's like she loves him, but, like, not as a, like, as a friend, like, as best friends. In a sense, and then she can't, like, decide whenever she feels so bad for him, maybe. Like, I don't know, that's how I see it. I haven't read the books. The only books, like, I kind of feel like it'd be pointless to read the books after watching a movie. Like, I might still do it, but I don't know. Like, I read all the Harry Potter books before watching the movies. And then,
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
And same thing with Percy Jackson, but, like, there were 2 movies, so. The second one was actually bad. Like, makes me sad to say that, but, you know, like, the first one, good. Second one,
can't
no.
imagine how inconvenient travel was.
And, like, it was, like, I'm someone who likes things very canon, like very much to stick really close to the source material, right? So, like, some of the changes, like, it wasn't like these huge changes, but, like, some of them did bother me quite a bit. And I don't even think they were even that big of a deal. I don't remember what they were, but, like, at the time I remember, like, not liking the changes because I just read the book.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Uh-oh.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Our meet and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Alright, let's go. Just to clarify, I never disliked Katniss. I think she's a cool character and a good one at that. It's just that I was getting annoyed with her, like, constantly switching between her, like, liking Peter or Katniss. Honestly, I'm Team Peeta. I mean, Gale seems awesome and all that, right? But, like, Peeta's first. Peeta's great guy.
The door is looking at us.
Shut your goofy eye.
Bombarda!
A gad. What am I supposed to do? Wait,
Revelio!
what? Is there some sort of spell here? Or is it me gonna do it? No, he's gonna do it. Are you?
We need to break its line of sight somehow.
Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't notice that. Oh. Oh, okay. He looks so panicked when I open it. Pretty funny. Yeah. See, I'm Team Peeta, honestly.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
But I think Gale's pretty cool too. Like
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so
Revelio.
simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on...
Incendio!
Interesting.
Okay, you're there. Good. So yeah, I like that line where Haymitch says, you don't need nothing. You don't deserve him.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin
Like Katniss
mine.
agrees. This shows how much they both care. How much they can't, like, to me, I interpret it as like they both care about him. Like, even if Katniss doesn't love, I mean,
I've read
like,
about
if
mines
she
like
didn't,
this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
at least does
How
seem like
nice
she
of
cared
you
about
to
him.
stop by.
What? Who's that?
We'll need to get across this gap somehow. It's about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine. Tricus Totalis.
Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right. What?
Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
Dude, nothing
I'll
even
get us
happened.
through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Calm down.
Accio. We're being watched. By a door.
Yeah, I kind of interpret as they both care. Like, no, he's just better than both of them. And so that's why they want him to live. No. And I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he mentioned the first movie. Like, for some reason, I never realized that Haymitch was
I
from
feel like a
District 12.
character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be
Revelio.
roads around here. What could they be building?
I don't know.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Empty-headed? Who says empty-headed?
Thanks you for making me the first object of your suspicions. I know who my friends are now, don't I?
Like, maybe they probably did mention it in the first movie, but I only realized in the second movie when they were picking the names. Yeah.
Patricus Totalis.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. We'll get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
I've never seen a sword like it.
Patricus Totalis.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Shut your little... I've been fighting since before you. Don't have time for this.
Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Descendo. Repulso. Bombarda.
Where he teleported.
Accio. Glacius. Confringo.
Guess who's here, buddy?
Bombarda. Incendio.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler.
Revelio.
This is more complex than I had expected.
Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Alright, then that's good.
heavy snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio. Revelio.
Where was the devil snare? Oh, over here. Okay.
Flipendo. Lumos.
Lumos!
Wow, it's gonna come in after we enter. Like, jeez. No, I've never really been to multiplayer games. I've always been like a story. I always like story games. But I've been playing that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 a lot. Yeah, I really like it. The multiplayer is a lot of fun.
Revelio. Patricus Totalis.
What's going on?
Shut. Wait a moment.
Who's there?
Come on, come on.
Patricus Totalis.
Oh, perfect.
An intruder!
Depulsion. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Descendo. Bombarda. Accio. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet. Accio.
I'll be quiet.
Oh, what? Oh, no. It worked. It worked. Ooh. Okay. What do we got over here?
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
Ugh, fine. Oh, here.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Incendio. Accio.
There you go.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
What's over here?
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
So what's over up there? Damn it. I really need to do that.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
Can we please?
That wasn't so
Okay.
bad, was it?
It was. It really was.
What?
I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day.
This guy.
For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
I do. Okay.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Alright then, everybody. I think we'll end the video off here.
I hope Professor Fig...
Oh,
I believe
nice.
my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
I can't stop going down. Look at now I can like a bit, but yeah. Yeah, we'll end the video off here, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. And ooh, we have to go this way. Back. Yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe.
Go!
And I'll see y'all next time. Have a good morning, day, evening, or good night. Bye bye everyone.